Wake up and bake up this year, jump out the crib, stack up my C-note this year, killing my ego this year, all for the people this year, only believe in the real, I do believe in no fear, and I got gang in this bitch, I never switch on the tribe, I keep it all the way real, I'm in control of my feels, you see my highlights and study my real, yeah. I'm showing more love this year, running more plays, finna scale up my business this year, the world in my palm, I'm a star, I deliver my cadence, I'm serving up chills to my peers, bringing the bread for the fam. Everything good on the side, everything coming together. New whip, no leash, no key in it, they heat it. California on the plate, I'm out here playing for keeping. I pull up, she leaking, she want me for the weekend. My foot on the gas with the brakes, hate me or love me, you see me. Flex, yes, I got my foot on their neck. I'm out with a squad to the death, young nigga get to the checks. Flex, yes, got nothing to lose and something to prove. Young nigga come from the trench. Cuban links on my neck, tanking. Freeze, smoking on dope, that diesel. Freeze, running till I miss my season.
On this my season. What's up, Cowboys Nation, man? You know what it is. It's J Tug, DMV, Boss Cowboy. Got some more heavy hitters in the building. My dog Amp's in the building. We also got Rome joining here shortly. Now, I'll tell y'all how this whole thing kind of came to fruition, right? It was all kind of chilling. I was kind of off the grid today doing some other business, and my phone started blowing up. Rome called me, Boss called, DMV, then DMV called. And we're like, hold on. Before we start talking, let's just go live because it feels like this is a state of emergency for Cowboys Nation because it feels like it's going to be a situation where Brian Shottenheimer, our former OC, could be the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys, man. But before we start, man, how y'all feeling, man? Y'all good? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling, man? DMV, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, dog, I'm kind of like you, at peace, but at the same time, dog, hey, I have a lot to say about this topic, bro. But as a person, I'm feeling pretty good today, man. Thank you for asking. A lot of people don't ask that for grown men, so appreciate you for asking.
Nah, man, that's the most important piece, man. Boss, my dog, man, how you doing, bro?
I feel good, man. I really do. I feel good. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah, man, I'm with y'all, man. I mean, I feel good, and I was trying to tell people, man, with all the toxicity going on right now in our fan base, trying to figure out what the coaching hire is. Sometimes it's best just to get away. You know what I'm saying? Kind of get away and just off season, right? Off season, turn things off. But like I said, man, my phone was blowing up and things are going crazy. Now, before we get into Brian Schottenheimer, Boss, I'm gonna start with you, bro. When it comes to this coaching hire, how have you felt thus far, how the Cowboys have handled this situation?
I think they fumbled it, obviously, earlier, because when they came out and they obviously denied Mike McCarthy from being able to interview, that was a signal to everybody that likely Mike McCarthy was coming back. So that gave a clue that when it didn't come together, that something had to happen at the closing table, similar to Randy Gregory. So, which was a fumble as well. So most importantly, it's about how do you rebound out of this. It's almost just like any game where if you fumble, you can't just quit. You got to come back and say, okay, how we go recover out of this? So I think they leaked some things like the Kelly Moore. I think they poll testing things. They're trying to get a feel of ambition. And I think that's important because this is a business at the end of the day, and our voice matters, and they want to make sure going into a season, if you're trying to have hope and optimism, you do want to involve the fan base sometimes in just kind of like the decisions. Even though you make the final decision, you want to kind of track and prepare how to maybe sell the ideas that you really want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I 1000% agree with you, boss. I feel like when it comes to this whole situation, how the Dallas Cowboys have handled this coaching hire, it's just been sloppy as usual, right?
Sloppy.
You know, there's never any consistency. You have situations where they block Mike McCarthy. So they treat people really bad. And I felt like from Mike McCarthy's standpoint, from him to go out there and pretty much say, you know what, deuces, right? I feel like he went out there and said, dude,
yeah,
it really left the Cowboys in a bind. And once again, was scrambling. Now, there was a lot of people glad he's gone. Good riddance, Mike McCarthy. He's a horrible play caller. But what we're now in the situation is you ain't got nobody better. You ain't got
facts,
nobody
bro,
better.
Facts. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, so I think that's where we are currently in a situation where I'm not seeing any coaching candidates that consider to be brought into Dallas. That's an upgrade from Mike McCarthy, and I feel like that's why a lot of Cowboys Nation is scrambling right now. DMV, go ahead and talk a little bit about that, man.
Yeah, man. So, boss, first and foremost, I want to say that you were dead on when you said they fumbled it and they fumbled it again.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And I think that them not having foresight is the issue, man. And I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about that a lot here, where they just think that this is just a highly coveted position, or any people will be dying to come in here to be a part of this. I think Troy Aikman hit it on the head when he said that. And I think that's what it is. You look at the candidates that they were able to bring in, and it almost looks like they brought in who they could bring in. Because I mean, we were hearing that Aaron Glenn, there was some interest there, and I don't know if that was a leak, or you know what I'm saying. Ben Johnson was a big name. Jerry Call, Deion Sanders, and then this is the pile of coaches that you're able to bring in here. So, the thing is that they were playing fireman this whole time. They were putting out the fire because they just did not expect Mike McCarthy. They, out of all people, they didn't expect Mike McCarthy to have anything better or anything else lined up, and he called their bluff. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why they wouldn't have a backup plan, or better yet, if you feel like this is a highly coveted job, why not treat it as such? That's the one that I'm asking myself. Like, if this is such a high profile job, then why isn't the interview process treated as such? Why is it leaks here, leaks there, not, bringing in the best candidates? I mean, for me, Tuck said it best. We did all that rigmarole only to find something that ain't as good as what we had. So,
Right.
I mean, it might be an end to some searching, and maybe some people can find some solutions to this, but I don't feel good about the hire. I
Right.
don't feel good about it, but at the end of the day, they had to stop the bleeding. And I think that this is what that was.
Yeah, 1000%. And this is just typical Cowboys frustration, right? Is the Cowboys are being reactive. They're never proactive, right? And they kind of sit back, and they went through this last year, y'all. They sat back. Oh, Dan Quinn will be back. Once the Seattle job, that was the job that he really wanted, right? Then Dan Quinn pieces out after the Shrine Bowl. Well, okay, well, fine. We'll just hire Joe Witt. And Joe Witt's like, nah, bro, I'm actually going with him. You know what I'm saying? So then it's scrambling. Then it's the Rex Ryans. And so then they were able to find a gem in Coach Zimmer. But once again, they caught themselves in a situation. So soon as you blocked Mike McCarthy's interview with the Bears, you have made a decision, conscious decision, that you probably want to bring Mike McCarthy back, right? You didn't want to let him go. So even if there was this tear between the Jason Witten, you should have said, you know what? Fine. We want to bring in Jason Witten. We want to do a 2-year deal. But right now, we need a head coach. And right now, you are our best option. But it's one of those things. Devin the Dude, one of my favorite rappers, had this saying, and he says, messing over yo for show, trying to get some more, you end up with no. And that's exactly where the Cowboys currently. Now, for y'all who know Devin the Dude, y'all know what those, saying the words you can substitute. But
I didn't even know you knew that.
Oh yeah, Devin's my dog, man. Salute to Devin, man. I used to
salute
Devin. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Devin. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Devin's one of my favorites. But that was one of the sayings, and I feel like the Cowboys messed over they for show, trying to get some more money. And now they ain't go. You know what I'm saying? So that's
they ain't got no money.
End up with no.
Oh, I wish you had that drop. Oh
yeah, messing over yo for sure. Trying to get some more. Yeah, that's life lesson I learned young as a kid.
Oh, man. That was
Ant, man. So my dog Ant, bro. When it comes to this coaching situation, when it comes to Dallas Cowboys, how you feeling right now, bro? I see you got the merch already pressed up. No Kellen Moore. You know what I'm saying? But do you feel like Scotty is a upgrade, or do you just kind of feel like it's the same situation when it comes to Shoddy over Kellen Moore?
With the how many coaches have been hired now? 2 head coaches. With the 3rd pick in the 2025 NFL coaching draft, the Dallas Cowboys are pretty much left to select best coach available.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we at with it. Is he our prize pick? No. Obviously, the hat tells you where I stand as far as Kellen. I think he's a great offensive coordinator. Still a little wet behind the ears, but I'm looking for him to continue to grow and mature as a head coach. As Boss Cowboy would say, that cake ain't done yet. That concrete ain't dry yet.
Right.
I think with more experience, especially even being with the Eagles, I'm thinking that maybe by them making him do what he's not accustomed to doing, I'm thinking that this will help him in his development, and hopefully he learns from this and uses this going forward to make him more of the balanced offensive play caller. But as far as head coach, me personally, I haven't seen anything from him that shows me that he's ready to take that step. So nonetheless, Shotty, he's highly intelligent and he's also a motivator. I can get down with that.
Real quick, under your settings, Amp, it's not your mic not coming through. It's picking up through your camera.
I think it's pick up through your camera, bro.
Oh yeah, you gotta hit the settings and audio and hit the microphone that way.
Because I know you got a top mic, so
that's exact.
I got you, bro. Hey,
we good now, man. Hey,
look at the producer over there. Hey,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like we got two offensive coordinators, the old team producer.
Somebody go find it, bro. We go option route that thing.
Facts. Actually, I mean, we might as well just. I feel like if the Dallas Cowboys presented us five as the coaching hires, we would probably create more excitement in Dallas. Because my photo that I posted, it was a joke, y'all. So y'all can chill with the DMs. I was just joking about me being interviewed with the Cowboys.
Bro, why do we still fall for that, bro? You do this every year.
Bro,
you do this every year. They still fall for it.
I mean, I think it's flattering that people think, say I'm that qualified. So I appreciate it. But yeah, my Instagram was going like, yeah, man, I'm pulling for you. I'm like, hold on, dog. Like this, it's a joke. It's a joke.
God, you be pulling case studies.
It's a joke, man. My dog Rome, bro. So I know you had some thoughts on the phone about this possible situation the Dallas Cowboys hiring Brian Schottenheimer, bro. So how you feeling right now?
Well, I don't know if y'all had how long y'all been talking, but I ain't excited.
Right.
I'm a gut feeling person. The first thing I thought of was just laziness. Mm-hmm. This is extremely lazy. This is I don't want any pushback. This is can't call it nepotism, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying, it's good old boys club. It's whack to me. And this is one of the rare times, like I spend a lot of time on my channel trying to convince people of the positive outlooks on the team. This is one of them times I'm gonna need the people that support me, the people that rock with me, my brother. Somebody got to convince me this is a good idea, because right now this is stupid. I don't got no grand soliloquy. It is stupid. And it's not that I don't think Brian Schottenheimer don't know football. He know way more football than me. It's the fact that when you have an opportunity to make some genuine change, they ain't try. And it could be a glorious way. Like sometimes you can fail forward. Sometimes you can the best decision is the one you don't make. So I understand that. Maybe one of those directions I wanted to go could have been a better one. I said earlier on the phone when I was talking to y'all brothers, I'm wrong a lot. If I was like always right, it'd be different. But so I can't say like, nah, they making the wrong decision because I'm always right. I'm just telling you, my gut right now is like, Shotty though, like y'all ain't. And I think it's because of the field of interviewees. Mm-hmm. It's not like, hey, we interviewed some dogs and Shotty just stood out. It's just like, I think they interviewed some people that told them, I'm not going for that. Like, as far as like, I don't get no say over personnel. I feel like some of the meetings, like, I think Robert Salah was like, what?
Right.
And it's like, yo, you know who will listen to us? I bet you Shotty will take this job. All of a sudden, Shotty is
Shotty ain't trying to move his family.
Right.
I know Shotty just all of a sudden.
Right.
So,
and Go ahead, boss.
I do got something like, to be honest, man, I think sometimes the Dallas Cowboys fumble forward. Like, just for instance, they was fumbling forward when they wanted Paxton Lynch, and they wanted, Connor Cook, and then they fumbled forward in the deck. I think honestly, this is that situation. Like, I'm not capping at all about this. I've been watching Brian Schottenheimer for a while. I posted a video on my Twitter where we was discussing him 2 years ago because his leadership was popping off from training camp. Like, and I don't film coaches. Like, when we go to training camp and we put our cameras out there, we never thinking coaches, right? Yeah. But Law made a suggestion. He was like, and you know, Law is a very observant as well, and he was at training camp in Oxnard, and he just said on the final word one day, he said, guys, I'm telling y'all, that Brian Schottenheimer, man, he hands-on, bro. He's really doing a good job, man. And he, you know, I'm gonna pay attention to my co-host, but I'm gonna have to verify for myself. I don't go with anybody, right? Not
to cut you off, boss, but I was out there at that same camp, and I saw the same exact thing. Right? It was a different spark from Kelvin, right, than Brian Schottenheimer. It was a lot more. It was a little bit more pep. It was a little bit more toughness.
Hands-on, like straightforward with him. You didn't make the 90-degree angle, man. Get it right. Go over like real strong. Like, you could sense the alpha in him, and yet the things that I was hearing about him, like stuff like playing basketball with the guys, but not just that, a shit talker. Like,
I like that.
Yeah, and so like somebody that'll, you know, somebody like, I think it was Diggs that was talking about him, like, and he got a shot. Like, it's one of them, man, shut your ass and bow, you know, and that's your coach. You'd be like, all right, you know, like, in terms of a leader, men is strong in him. Now, if I got a second, I want to talk about schematically why I love him.
Now, I would see, because let me tee you, like, you know what I'm saying, set up the alley-oop. Bro, I can't talk that. You know, I y'all teach me every day, so I'm not gonna get in here and try and say his scheme is bad by no means. He comes from a lineage. Like, Marty Schottenheimer was definitely a respected, good, probably great coach. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that. It's literally just because of how he would be getting the job. Yeah. I have to, like I said, I am open to being wrong, because, you know what I'm saying, it ain't about always being right. It's about getting it right for me. And getting it right, that's it.
Right. Beautiful, man. I love what you said at the end, because that's what it's about. That's why I said I feel like they backed into it. Like, it's just like Dak. They didn't want Dak. They backed into Dak, you know? So the biggest thing I'm going to say about him is he's actually the polar opposite of what we didn't like in Mike McCarthy. We wanted more balance from Mike McCarthy. We wanted him to run the ball. So let me tell everybody what I think is going on in terms of Cowboy Nation in the state of emergency. So the NFL has been playing a lot of too high safety, and that's really increased like by 15% in terms of schematically, because they basically been saying in a nutshell, F the run game. We don't believe in it. We don't think y'all matter. We go too high, stop the pass. We want to stop Mahomes. We want to be Mahomes proof. We go too high, everything. They start disrespecting running back. They start saying, we go take safeties. We go put them as middle linebackers. And we really don't think y'all matter. We think we can get anybody in the third round and do what y'all do. You don't matter. So the running back, because the game is physical, said, okay, we got something to say about that. And they smacked them. They smacked them the last 2 years. So now what's happening is we reverting back to go at the too high safety, the tweener linebackers, and it's an opportunity for us, because you now have to go back and rebuild what you built for past happiness. You know what I mean? So you got to now turn back to downhill linebackers. It gives us a window if we go with a guy who's proven that he is very run conscious, run dominant, and successful doing it. And also for anybody that would say, man, Dak can't carry a team. You can't go out there and throw a win. He can't carry us on his back. That's what makes Brian Schottenheimer great. If you go look at when Russell Wilson was at his best.
I'm actually looking at that right now. I'm looking at it right now. Yep.
He was boring. And I want to say that he was the best. Russell Wilson was the boring Russell Wilson. That Russell Wilson would throw 40 touchdowns, but they'll still be committed to getting about 30 to 35 touches a game in terms of the running back. So it was boring but effective and winning, you know. So that's all that matters. Right. And then check this out, Rob. This is the part. So then people started that campaign after they lost to Dallas, and they got real loud on what? Let Russ cook. Why? Because everybody wanted every team to be pass happy. So then, Russ got the big head. He went over to Denver, and what they do? They let him cook. What was the end result? Russ a bust. Russ trash. He went from when he was under Brian Schottenheimer, a first ballot Hall of Fame with no questions. You let him cook, and boom. So Brian coming in to me at the right time, and I think he got the heart of his men. I just don't want no Trojan horses thrown on him like Witten.
Right, exactly. So I'm gonna play this
clip.
Witten coming though.
He coming, and it's not right for Brian. It's not right. It's not right for any of them. These predetermined outcomes. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, he bringing his luggage. Man, I'm gonna play this clip, man, because like I said, I did this video on Brian Schottenheimer's scheme, back when he's in Seattle and stuff. I forgot I even did this video until Ron reminded me. So kind of give you kind of idea what his philosophy is, especially with the run game, because he was at Georgia, had Nick Chubb. So he likes rotationals. And the reason why I did this video, because Brian Schottenheimer was big on fullbacks, and I was kind of letting people know that Hunter Luepke was going to be in the play. So game, that's kind of his philosophy. So I'm gonna play this video.
You need to get out of that whole rotational.
We're going to control the line of scrimmage.
Y'all hear that?
It's easier said than done. It's easy to have that mentality. I think a big part of it, obviously, is getting a guy like Mike Solari to come here and coach the offensive line.
Now that was
a lot
of
respect for Mike. He was with my father for a number of years. I coached with him for a year. The stable of backs that we have here is exciting. But when you emphasize things in coaching, you normally get results. And that's just something that we've talked about from the very beginning when I first started talking to Pete, was that was going to be something that you got to have the ability to run the football when people know you're going to run the football. And when you lose that, you kind of become one-dimensional, and that's hard. What are some of the hallmarks?
Y'all making me feel better, bro.
Obviously,
well, that sounds familiar.
Being physical, play action pass. We've always been best places I've been. We were able to run the football when people knew we were going to run it. We could throw the football when people knew we were going to throw it. And that just gives you that balance that you need to be successful.
I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna say something.
He finished.
Yeah, he finished. That's finished.
No. I want to say this. I'm not saying he ain't believing that philosophy. It's just unfortunate he wasn't in control.
Right.
Just because Mike talked a great game too, but I'm not going to do that thing where I put the faults of another person on Shotty. I'm not going to do that, even though like I said, I ain't convinced yet.
Because you was here, bro, and it's very easy because he gone to say, well, that's not what I wanted to do.
He wanted to do all that enough, and he calling the plays.
Right. So that's what I couldn't figure out. So that'll be part 2 of my mystery. Okay, so what happened in all that? You know what I'm saying? Now, we did see traces of that when Dak went down. So I think the real conversation, the tough conversation Cowboys Nation really needs to have, and for some of y'all, it's going to hurt.
Talk about it.
How much control does Dak really have over his offense? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the reason why my antennas poked up is this offense is completely night and day when Dak is under center versus Cooper Rush, right? And Trey Lance, right? So it shows that we can do these types of things where we can, run the ball, play action, a little bit more rollout. Like the game is a lot more simplistic. So what's the thought process and who is leading the charge on that? That's what we need to find out. Go ahead, Ron.
Tuck, no, to you, because we've discussed that Dak probably had too much control. My question is, did Dak have anything to do with this hire? Because
good point, bro. Because I was thinking that.
Good question.
I almost certainly does, especially when you look at how fast it's moving now. Mm-hmm. It's moving real fast right now, and I know a lot of people have problems with that. I've been, I got a lot of people on Twitter that been like, saying it's a comfort hire. Comfort could be good too, right? We don't want comfort with nepotism, but you should be cool with comfort if it results into better play and faster play, So
what we need, boss?
Well, I'm about to say
we need. Oh no, I was gonna say we need Micah. Micah ain't a poker player. He like me. He wears emotions right on his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see Micah talk about this hire, and I need to see his mannerisms, his facial expression. I need to see, because he's gonna tell the truth.
Check that.
That's a good idea.
No, hey, Rome, that's a good point, and I want to bring up something. Why is Micah the only great player on our team, the best player on our team? Why is he not allowed to be comfortable? Why the hell is Dak always the one that's got to be comfortable? Why we can't ever make him comfortable and then make Dak uncomfortable? Because when Dak is uncomfortable, he plays better.
Because I don't believe in Dak.
Micah has been uncomfortable since he came in the damn league, bro. When are we gonna make it comfortable?
Let me be a devil's advocate to that. The defense under Zimmer didn't look like it. It looked like it was already kind of flowing. So if I'm trying to get ready for 2025, it's the offense that I need to turn around. That would be.
They want it easier.
Yeah, but what are we doing different? I mean, we kind of bringing in somebody who been here.
But to chime in, could this be a saving grace that maybe Zimmer is going to return, right? So if you have Zimmer and the defensive staff return,
I'll shut up.
You have Schottenheimer, then you kind of keep that offensive continuity, right? So but Zimmer's the key, right? Because if Zimmer leaves, then DMV, I agree with you. But if you keep Zimmer, keep your defensive staff, build continuity. That, and then you go get Brian Schottenheimer, have that continuity, have that toughness. I think it's a little bit more easier to manage, right?
That's where comfort is good.
Right.
That's a great point. With like bringing Zimmer back, because like at least Schottenheimer never been a coach, and you don't want him to just be starting from scratch. You want somebody to give tips.
Right.
So
exactly.
That's a great point. I think I've just been mad. So I ain't thinking none of the good stuff. I just been pissed.
Right.
That's real though.
Also, what we also have
to wrong
is the timing, right? The timing, like now, Lord forbid if it happens, right? But let's say the Eagles do go on that run, the timing on when you could actually go get Kellen, right? You're delayed almost 3 to 4 weeks. You're making a decision mid-February. You're putting your whole team, your scouts, everybody at a disadvantage. So it's like, okay, maybe that's who I really want, but it's gonna be a while before I can confirm that. So I do understand what you're saying, Rome. It feels like it's just a settling. You know what I'm saying? You just grabbing somebody off the dance floor just to dance with. That's not who you really want.
Because I think it was a power struggle. I do think Jerry wanted Dion because Jerry. I just don't think Jerry got no power no more. I think Jerry I'm getting Dion, and Steven's like, that's what's up, Dad.
He getting outvoted. They outvoting him. I feel like Will McClay and Steven they always got the upper hand on him because they always agreeing. So they always outvoting him, and they always
text Jerry. Stop listening to them.
Well said, D. Perfect.
All right, so Amp, let me pitch this question to you, bro. Right now, based off the candidates that we currently have, who do you think would be the best suited candidate to really take this Cowboys team to the next level, right? Because I don't feel a lot of next level is coaches that's left, you know what I'm saying? But is there a guy that you feel like, okay, that would be the one that can take this team to the next level?
Man, it's clear.
Quickly. Not take them to the next level in 4 to 5 years. I mean, next year. You see what I'm
saying? Well, Boss Cowboy and I made a joke when we were talking about the coaching hire recently. And, I was hearing so many different mixed feelings from Cowboys fans about what they wanted, to the point to where it was like, my God, we are not going to get on the same page at all. And then they were like, oh, we want a young coach. And then it's, we want a coach with experience. So I'm hearing this and I'm like, oh my, you want a young coach with experience is what I was getting. And so I was like, boy, that good luck with that. But you know what's funny? Brian Schottenheimer is the young coach with experience because he started early.
That's right.
So I had a revelation today. I was like, he is the young old coach. He is. I mean, because he started. So I'm looking at it and I'm seeing things. And what I want Cowboys fans to do is I want y'all to break out of the mentality of trendy. Okay. To me, I see a very close resemblance between the coaching world and the fashion world. Like, people treat the coaching aspect of things like fashion. And it's like, oh my God, that's so out. Like, nobody does running the ball anymore. And it's like, woo! Like, come on, like, and I compared it to this here. Like, at one point in time in the 90s, we was all wearing baggy clothes and everything and whatnot. And then it was like, that got played out. And then everybody wanted to get tight and right, And then it was like, that's the new hot thing. And then now I'm seeing the players when they coming up to the game,
it's hella baggy.
Super baggy. So we're back to baggy now. So for people to be talking about, I want something new, I want y'all to understand the history of the NFL and what's taking place. It's not a straight line, y'all. It's circular.
Yep.
So we're going to come back to what we've been
We
doing.
gonna be at passing game again.
The
Yeah,
beautiful part about all of this is you got to take notes to what's going on in the league, because guess what? There's going to be a shift eventually, and it's going to be heavy run, and we might get back to big linebackers, et cetera, whatever. And then at some point, somebody's going to get smart and say, I know what to do with the counter that. You got to take all that into place. But my thing is, when I'm looking at Shotty, I'm looking at somebody who is confident. When you played that clip, J Tuck, that sounded exactly like the press conference from training camp at Cowboys training camp. You almost the exact same. But what I got from him, he talks about running when they know you're gonna run, pass when they know you're gonna pass. To me, that screams one word, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. That's dominant. I can get down with that.
Hey,
Can I say something real quick?
Hey, bro, can I get the dibs on that though? Please.
Let me just chime in just quickly what Am said, right? Just to make things make sense, right? Shotty is 51 years old and he has 25 years of coaching experience.
Woo!
That's what
hard.
I'm saying.
It's solid.
He's been molded by it. You know what I'm saying? Like bang, he's been molded by this. You know. So go ahead.
No, yeah, go real.
No, go ahead. I got a point. You got your thing.
Okay. Because Tuck, he threw up an alley, dog. Oh, he said, like, what do you want to see? Like, so I still don't think Brian Schottenheimer as head coach is the most ideal. I think the most ideal and the vision that I would want to see is a physical team. And I think the way that you get that is Zimmer as your head coach. And then what happened is, if for anybody that believes that the team takes on the mentality of the head coach, then Zimmer should be your head coach, right?
That's what I wanted.
He's not fun, but you go get the mentality that we've always been wanting. Then on top of that, if you then sit Brian Schottenheimer as the OC, you now know that you have a commitment to physicality.
There you go.
He go run the ball, and then you flip it to the other dude that we all loved, and what he did in terms of his linebacker coaching was Paul Gunter, who has the defensive coordinator experience. To me, if for those of us who've been wanting to see the boxing that the Dallas Cowboys at the end made us proud. Why? They was physical, and it was Zimmer that led that. It was Paul Gunter that led that. You know, so. I had to jump in on that when you threw that alley to Amp, because I've been wanting to put that out there. You know what I mean? It's like it's I'm not even settled in that Brian Schottenheimer should be the one.
Go ahead, DMV.
I'm gonna be real quick. Zimmer already sold us too. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Right. He sold us. Like none of us are concerned about Zimmer right now.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of what you're saying, that's the part to the end of what I was saying earlier about being comfortable. Why can't we get Micah comfortable? Zimmer, right? Why was Zimmer not considered, or maybe he didn't want it? I'm not sure, but making Zimmer or a head coaching candidate at that point, now we're cooking with grease, because this young team took on the identity of him. And we even started running the ball because the defense started flying around and playing physical. So to everything you said, boss, absolutely. And that's kind of where I was going with what I was saying earlier about, well, damn, we so worried about Dak, but Micah, why not him? He's the best player on our team. And it's not even close. Like at this point, we found somebody that knew how to use him. And by using him, everybody else got better. With Quinn, it was like if Micah ain't get home, then we done. But Zim taught him how to play his position, not use as much of his energy, and still wreak havoc even more. So, applause to what you were saying, bro. And I mean, if it's still up for grabs, I would love for them to
go
consider
Zimmer.
That.
Excellent point. I didn't get what you were saying. I get you now. That makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, I agree, but the questions have to be asked, right? Zim got him a PYD, got him a young thing, you know what I'm saying, just getting married. So does he want to deal with it? And from conversations I've heard behind the scenes, if he's offered a head coaching job, Zim might be intrigued. Defensive coordinator, he gonna walk the beach with his wife and he gonna be out deuces, right? So I think that's the conversation piece where it's.
That's why I was hesitant on saying Zim.
Yeah. So I mean, it might be one of those things, right? But then I feel like this: when it comes to what the Cowboys are trying to do, it would be the most optimal situation with Coach Zimmer, because you can have him for 2 to 3 years, right? That could be your own, and then he walks away, then he retires, and then it could be like, well, oh, here's Jason Witten, right? You know what I'm saying? So
That part
would be the easiest way, but it all depends. But before we pivot real quick, we got almost 2,000 people watching this show, and this is what the power is when our new media powers combine, man. So make sure y'all liking all the channels, subscribing to all the channels.
Yeah.
We got work to do, right? A lot of us on this panel right now, we focus on solution-based content. Yeah, we're going to complain a little bit, but we're going to find solutions. So that's why you need to tap in, hit the subscribe button on all the channels. Rome, go ahead, my guy.
Well, no, this is what I was going to say. I think Zimmer will be like at the present moment, because, situations dictate perception. 3 months ago, I'd have said, I don't want Zimmer as my coach. I'm glad with him as my DC. Mike McCarthy gone, Zimmer being an option after the field is empty will be great. But I want to say this about Zimmer considering staying on his DC with Schottenheimer. He might want to stay on his DC because Zimmer seems to like to teach, and if he has a chance to be a mentor to Schottenheimer, that might be not more intriguing. That might be intriguing as a DC, as opposed to being a DC with Mike McCarthy, who ain't listening to no mentorship. I've been coaching as long as you have.
Right.
So he might be intrigued to stay on with Shotty as a DC, because now he's in another teaching format where he can help him with being a head coach. I also want to say this about Schottenheimer, because it seems like that's going to be our head coach, even if we want Zimmer.
Yeah.
I think that Schottenheimer, the different lens that he's going to come in with, that the difference between Garrett and the difference between McCarthy came in, although some of us might not have loved it. I did, because I was ready for something new. He came in with cowboy colored glasses. Mm-hmm. He had his little everything we're going to do was about winning, and everyone was excited. Schottenheimer's entering this thing with a whole lot of skepticism. How do you beat skepticism? You put your head down, you get to work. As opposed to Mike McCarthy that came in and he already was a made man at first a little bit, because it was like, we got Mike McCarthy, Super Bowl winning head coach. People are already skeptical. You see the streets.
That's right.
Every platform. So the skepticism is going to make everybody put their head down. Well,
yes.
In an optimal it sounds good. But I think the way that Schottenheimer talked, the lineage he's coming from, 25 years of coaching experience, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, as far as I'm not going to king make him. It's not going to be like Ben Johnson and my man with the Bears, where he's like, I'm your kingmaker. I'm about to make you perfect. I'm not about to get on stream next week because Shotty gives a great speech and say, we got us one. Right. I am going to be forever skeptical, which I think is a good thing, to make him work for it.
Well, here's what I'll say to go to the other side, right? To kind of call it fair, right? When it comes to Kellen, I mean, 25 years is a long time to coach. I think we all agree. And ain't nobody offer you a head coaching job.
That's a fact.
Still, bro. Still, bro.
Hey, that's not true. He's turned down opportunities.
Yeah, he turned down head coaching.
Which job did he turn down?
Let me pull it back up.
You in your bag, job, or was it an interview?
Your bag. Hold on.
Yeah, so they offered him and he said no.
Yeah, I think on 2 occasions.
What if it was this job? What if he turned this one down? That's weird.
What did Shotty say?
But let me push back on that a little bit too, and I think it goes back to what Am said on. We all got to be careful of trends, right? And following trends. It's almost like, when Mike McCarthy was sitting on the bench, right? Nobody wanted him, but then he still had a lot left in the tank and brought us 36 wins in 3 years. So, and then same thing with Zimmer. Nobody wanted him last year, but then when we got him back, we all are now consider him as head coach.
I kind of wanted him, but
I'm with you though. You was the minority, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying though, overall, because people are looked over, it's almost like the draft process. It's many times we all spot people that other people don't see, but they wasn't popular, but we end up being right, So I think it's more about fit. And I think this is one of those situations where the Joneses, to a degree, kind of might have gotten this right because he won't be popular. Right. And Jerry, you can't go out doing what's popular. You got to go out doing what's right. People felt like you was wrong when you fired Tom Landry. But the coach that you had no experience. It was a rookie coach. We booed it. I was in Dallas when we did. Jimmy Johnson. He ended up being right. So I think even going over what's hype, I think it's about getting it right. And we've all and Rome said that, and I stand with that. It's about getting it right. And it's the fact that this man had consulting duties, so he knows the defense. He had to help build a Texas coach. This is the biggest point I'm gonna say. The Texas coach is now a backup plan to him. So when you're trying to get people acclimated to your new Schottenheimer offense, you still be able to lean on something that they familiar with to get them through the bumpy days of learning a new offense, because the bumpy days happen to Mike McCarthy as well as Zimmer.
Yeah. I'll ask y'all, is Marty Schottenheimer and Brian Schottenheimer, are they based in West Coast? What is their original offense based in? Or is it heavy run play action?
Heavy run play action.
I'm not about to I'm not trying to be funny.
Zone.
Texas coach,
inside zone. Sorry,
Texas
let me
coach don't work here no more. He gone. Just like Kellen Moore don't work here no more. So that offense, this is what I was saying on my stream the other day. This whole Dak Prescott can't evolve. I remember specifically people saying, I don't know if Dak's going to be able to play in the West Coast offense. He's so used to the digit system. People was worried about him being able to adapt to that. He's in his third. He did with Jason Garrett and what was the other dude name? What was the coordinator?
Shanahan.
Not Shanahan.
Linehan.
One of them hands.
Little hand. Whatever Boise State was kicking, and he evolved into that.
Yeah.
And then he evolved into whatever Texas coach amalgamation. And you know what I know? I know he'll be able to play better in this new system, because I think Dak's best, the most dangerous Dak was Jason Garrett's system. I remember.
That's right.
Play action.
That's right.
That was Jason.
Boring Dak was the best Dak.
Yeah, so now he ain't about to run, y'all. I don't need him tearing his back out.
Can boring Dak come back? That's what I don't understand. That's why I don't think that can happen, y'all. I don't think we can ever see boring Dak again, because we tried boring Dak and it wasn't working. We tried boring Dak early last year and it just wasn't clicking. And then finally Mike McCarthy just tossed him the keys and said, okay, you go, bro. I just don't think that's Dak Prescott.
Man, old hamstring.
Let's
Dak
talk about that though.
Let's
talk about that though, because I think I got just a tad bit of pushback on that. But for the most part, you absolutely right. It's gonna be pressure to kind of still remain a high octane offense because we had success under that tuck. You right.
Man, he got humbled. Dak. This next 9 months, he about to get taken through right now. He getting a high behind this coaching search and all this extra stuff. When we get back to settling in that he's our quarterback, he already is used to hate, but what he isn't used to is people that have been his allies starting to shift. Because I've even heard people hey man, maybe we should draft a quarterback. That do something to you though when you first hear hold on, what y'all talking about? Just in case Dak go down again. It do something to your psyche. I hope he paying attention. He one injury away from being the next Romo.
I mean,
this is where I believe Brian Schottenheimer will help Dak in the governor or boring Dak offense, because Mike McCarthy, where he was messing up even before the San Fran, his offense was number 1 in 10 play drives, but they was 31st in red zone execution.
It's trash.
So they was polar opposite. So they was getting down there but not finishing.
Right.
That's why I miss Kellen. Kellen was good at that.
Yeah, so
no.
He
wasn't good at that. There was a certain individual that was good at that. It was a certain individual.
Well, yeah. Hey, I want to piggyback. I want to piggyback off of something that Boss was talking about with Schottenheimer, and this is one thing that we should look at. And for me, I remember saying, "Oh, he's back by committee." You know what I'm saying? I'm really done with that. But the reason he had to go back by committee in Seattle is because their backs kept getting hurt. So as I'm doing research right now, I look and he was the offensive coordinator from 2018 to 2020, right? Mm-hmm. So in 2018, I had to look and I'm like, man, he ain't taking no first round running back. Yes, he did. They took Penny. They took Penny. Yes, but Penny wasn't their lead dog. It was Chris Carson. And Chris Carson that year rushed for over 1,100 yards.
I remember.
Yep, and
neither of
then
them
the
is
next year he rushed for
Gentry.
over 1,200.
Yep.
And I don't think Penny ever really was the starter, but
Nope.
and then that third year he got hurt and they had a whole bunch of different backs. But that goes to say my theory of getting a running back and getting a lead dog and like he's probably going to do that. So if he can do that, they can sell me on that.
Shotty would be Genty. Shotty would be Genty.
Shotty getting Genty. He'll move up to get Genty.
Yeah, he'll be a Genty guy.
Yo, don't get me hyped. That's all
I just looked it up right now and I was like, all right, I feel a little better about it. Okay.
Like I said, he had Nick Chubb. Like he's had a lot of good running back. You know what I'm saying? So
get me a receiver and a running back.
I swear to God, the more we learn about Shotty, the more we gonna start liking him. He's gonna be Tyler Smith part 2, bro.
Because this is the thing though, boss. Like I was saying earlier, I just want this isn't king making this time.
Right, exactly.
Like Tuck was saying the other day on his stream, yo, we are not hyping nothing no more. Everyone got to work.
No more everybody cross-examine, bro.
Even our players we love, maybe CD. I'm gonna get CD a pass. Everybody else,
CD and Micah get passes.
CD was grinding this year, hurt. You know what I'm saying? And Micah.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to hate on Dak. It's just when you went down, you weren't playing great. So everybody's like, well, all right, now which Dak we getting back? So he's gonna get scrutiny, and the rest of the team got to work. But Shotty doesn't come in with he gonna get the blue colored Cowboys lens glasses from like maybe older Cowboys fans that don't care anymore. But anybody that like around the lines of us, they're gonna poo-poo and hate on this pick, and it's not going away no time soon. Which means that Shotty is gonna be prepping. You can't say coaching because he ain't gonna coach yet. He's gonna be prepping this entire offseason with a chip on his shoulder. Y'all don't think I can get this done? Let me show you something. Because if he's a competitor, like you said, he got a jump shot and all that, and if he got a competitive bone in his body, that means he gonna want to work for it. So show me something. That's what I want to see. Show me.
And see, the reason why I'm kind of leaning towards Shotty is the reason why I lean towards Zim. Are they my number one candidate? No. But I feel like based off of the options, because like me personally, I did a video yesterday on Robert Saleh. It's like he about to dip to probably Jacksonville or something. Like he's gonna be gone, right? So if you're talking about Shotty, Kellen,
we got Shotty and Saleh.
Leslie Frazier, like you know what I'm saying, like those types of guys. Then it's like, all right, let's just roll, Shotty. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've seen it. I've seen the connection that he had with Jalen Tolbert at camp. You know what I'm saying? Like walking off the field, going over plays. So he's very detail oriented. The only thing I need to kind of study is like, okay, how much control did he have of his offense? How much was his? What was Mike's? And also what was Dak's? But that's going to be easy work. But it's like from a leader standpoint, I feel like he gives you that spark, but is Jerry and Steven going to allow it, or is it going to be who's a guy that we can already have in house that we're comfortable with, but we can still control? And that's the number one question when it comes to the head coach in Dallas.
Did y'all hear the story that last year during the All-Pro season that Shotty took over play calling for a point? Am I tripping?
So that's what I'm saying. That's there was some conversation that it was Shotty, right? You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I gotta really dig and roll up the sleeves. So it's probably gonna be.
I want to know if the turn was when Shotty took the play calling from Mike.
But you know what though, dude? I'm to the point now, Rome, where I don't even want to know those things because I don't want Bobby Belt to go and find something else messy that's only gonna make things worse. That's not gonna make things better. How about Shotty just come in here and show us that he is that dude? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all said, no more hype, no more rumors, no more messy stories. I don't care about none of that, bro. Just get the run game going again. Straight up.
The question, I'm going to ask you this question when it comes to Shottenheimer. Do you feel like he's the guy to get us to the ultimate level? Me personally, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just it's a band-aid, but I feel like this team needs surgery. You see what I'm saying? But what's your thoughts on that, Amp?
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say that Brian Schottenheimer may not necessarily be Mr. Right, but he's Mr. Right now. And he has the potential to be Mr. Right.
That's a good nickname. You should
man, that dude drop bars all day, bro. That's him, bro. That's all he do. I call him Metaphor King, bro. He gonna keep doing it all day, bro. That's what he do, bro.
The thing is, like, he can be good enough to get us to a point. And if my thing is, I don't want Cowboys to feel like Brian Schottenheimer is permanent. I don't want them to feel like if Mike Zimmer was hired, he's permanent. Like the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry and Steven do have the option to where if this thing starts going sour, say you give them a 5-year contract. Well, if after the end of year 2, it ain't working out, you have the ability to part ways and cut ties. We act like that's not an option.
Shotty about to get 3.
He would just have to New England.
3.
Yeah, he stopped the bleeding, dog. That's what it is. Sometimes you got to stop the bleeding, and that's what it is. So
hey, I got some. I know we got some division rivals in here, right? Because they always in here. They ain't got nothing to worry about. Listen, not Dan Quinn, but I will tell you this: I don't care who you are. If you're an Eagles fan, you did not know who Nick Sirianni was.
Boy,
great point, bro. I was thinking the same thing. They kind of look alike too, low key.
You didn't know who he was because I didn't.
See, Chuck. I don't know what you got going on with M, bro. Look, I don't know what you got going on with M, but you ask him the most fiery questions,
my
bro.
My bad.
Bro, like I want every one of them. You throwing to him.
Let me kick it over to you, boss.
Ball, man.
Brian Schottenheimer is the coach to get us to the ultimate level, man.
Man, he got them good questions at F. I'm over here feeling offended. No,
you Brian Schottenheimer.
You want to say something about that?
We're force feed them. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. You force feed like we hogging because F quiet. He don't know. We'll keep talking. F over there being a gentleman.
Keep talking, dog.
Yeah, you better jump in because we'll talk on you. He got to lay it up to you because we'll keep. Anyway.
Yeah, he giving them easy layups, boy.
Yeah, he giving them the best oops. I'm like, what?
Hey, it's the Princeton offense. Princeton offense, backdoor.
What we doing?
Backdoor cut. Here you go.
Hey, straight up backdoor. Getting over the hump. I want to say this, and I mean this, bro. This is a perfect segue. That's why I love that question. I think we're going to have his back. Brian can't do it alone. And the reason why I say we got to have his back, because I was telling Amp earlier when we was talking on the phone, I said, I feel greater than I've ever felt being a Cowboy fan. And I said, it's not because I got a big job or I got a big sponsor. I feel great because I know that we truly affected and are affecting the conversation, bro. Mm-hmm. Exponentially. Like, I'm not even calling nobody out. I say, especially these 5 right now. It's like this 5 was exponentially into that No Kelly Moore campaign that right now got over 1 million impressions, bro.
Right. It's
crazy, bro. Like, and it was this 5. And I'm not saying nobody else don't care about it. Like, I'm not sneak dissing no other content creators. But I said that to say we gonna have Brian Schottenheimer back with that type of energy. So if we see the type of toxic stuff that like trying to push up Witten when he's doing a good job, we gotta step in and we gotta say no. Supply him everything that he needs. We not doing this forced outcome stuff that y'all like to do, right? We go give him a fair chance. So no, he can't do it alone in terms of getting him over the hump. But I think the fans got to finally go ahead and say that our voice matters, and we got to just stick together when we see stuff, and then just help him out the best we can.
Yeah, 1000%. And I think that's the benefit, right, of having content creators who are solution based, right? Because we begin to say, I don't like him, I don't want him, Okay, so if we do make Brian Schottenheimer our head coach, is that everyone's number 1 vote on our ballot? Absolutely not.
No.
But what are some positives? That's what I'm saying. So what are some positives, and how can we make this work? You know what I'm saying? And really try to get to where we try to get. So we got to support it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
right.
You know, not like it's just one of those things, right? It's solution-based content.
That's
and
right.
I think once people kind of look into it, like me personally, like I said, I was kind of off the grid, so I wasn't kind of paying attention today. It's like when the Brian Schottenheimer news and guys hit me with it's like, well, I know Brian Schottenheimer, I know his philosophy, I know where he comes from, so it can work. Now, am I going to be jumping and renewing my season tickets? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? I ain't right. Hey, man, we ain't renewing those season tickets this year, but I feel like he can still be beneficial for the Dallas Cowboys and try to get them in the right direction.
Can I ask y'all a question? when we have turnover, they usually try to pacify some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real.
Do you guys think that with the turnover, we gonna get any movement? And no, and before somebody say we ain't about to sign nobody, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying will we get any movement with actual serviceable free agency, not first day or second day or battling for certain people. I'm talking about when it gets down to getting some actual D tackles that can play, maybe a veteran corner, some patchwork stuff so we don't have to rush Diggs back. Do y'all think we'll get any movement?
I feel like they're going to try to.
That's why I want Zim back, because Zim straight up said in the media, I ain't got the D tackles.
Yeah, he used to say it.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, Zim
speaks his mind.
Zim didn't say I ain't have a D tackle. He said I ain't got the D tackles. He said
he said I need noses.
Yeah, plural. I need
noses.
I like when he called out Diggs. He was like, we knew that in camp. I don't know what he was doing on that play. I was like,
yeah,
snap Zim.
Zimmer should be the head coach, bro.
Yeah.
I would be with it. I would feel much better if Zim was the head coach. You had Shotty as the offensive coordinator. We can kind of get some back to work, because I think that's the one thing is he can build toughness. He gonna make you tough. You know what I'm saying?
You think they even thinking about that though at all?
Nope. I think this is a combination of good football decision mixed with popularity, because they still need optimism in the business of the Cowboys.
You think Shotty gonna bring some optimism?
No, he actually is the opposite of optimism. Like, because that's why I'm watching the polls. The polls had Dion at like a 48% yes, 52% no. Shotty was in the 90% no's.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna have to turn that is discussion, conversation, and then dialogue. So I think the more we talk about it, the more people gonna feel good about it, especially in this space, because they trust us and they know we ain't gonna bullshit them. Right. So the stuff that came out of this space gonna make a lot of people feel better. But then I'm also hearing the right people selling them in the mornings. Like, I think Sean did a great job today, really giving you the real background of Shotty, and it's some substance stuff too, bro. It's not, it's not, he's earned the right to be actually a head coach candidate. I just think that we kind of scorned, and rightfully so. We have trust issues, and we should, Right. So it's one of those things to where when we watch y'all late to Black Monday and all that kind of stuff, we don't trust your hiring practices. So even when it start looking good,
mm-hmm.
You know what it is? Let's use cars. Shotty, we wanted a Corvette. Or y'all car dudes?
Yeah.
Shotty like a I don't want to say a Ford Explorer, but he like an SUV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Responsible, right?
Reliable,
affordable,
efficient.
You hit that. That's a perfect.
You want sporty. You want fast.
Yeah. I want to believe in this a lot.
But you know what, Joe? Somebody got asked a hard-hitting question, and I know that there are journalists right now, and there are people that are watching with a lot of pull. Bobby Belt, if you're watching this, James Slater, if you're watching this, like, this is the second time that we've had a coach in-house that's going to become our head coach. The first one was Dave Campo, 5-11, 5-11, 5-11.
Oh.
Jason Garrett's the other one, and he went 8-8, 8-8, 8-8 through his stint, but he also had some good years. So I need to know, like, why do y'all feel like this was a good hire? And second, what are y'all going to do to make sure that this actually works this time? Because we have a track record of it not working.
I got the perfect answer for you. And it's just down the street from you, DMV. It's called the Washington Commanders. See, they gave their coach not only the keys, but they gave him a full tank of gas too. It's one thing to be able to get the keys, but then it's like, oh man, I got to go to the gas station. No, they gave him the keys and said, yeah, I filled it up for you, and got the hell out the way. See, that says a lot. Look at how quickly they were able to turn things around.
So maybe they got to rephrase it to, okay, are you going to look at Washington's model where you had a Dan Quinn in here who was probably your next up guy? Are you going to give Shotty the type of help that Washington gave Dan Quinn?
That's
what I'm saying.
Jerry already answered that question, DMV. No, right? Because they're saying the reason why Mike McCarthy is gone is a difference in philosophies with Jerry. So they're trying to find someone that can coexist as far as their philosophies is concerned with Jerry in the front office. So I think,
So
I mean,
my bad. Go ahead.
that's the sad part. That's the sad part. Like,
So with that means you're the problem, dog. You're the problem, and we shouldn't support. We shouldn't support.
Well, and DMV, like, you raised a hell of a point that I don't think people should take for granted. You raised the case study of internal coaches within and their track record. I'm very big on track record, so I don't ignore patterns like that. Like, you know, so it's one of those things to why, again, Zimmer is the best head coach, because see, the head coaching skills is more than what people think. They think it's about being a leader of men, and which is important. They think it's about you know, being a guy that shows passion, that feeds down to the players. That's true. But then it's also about who knows how to work the media, who knows how to fight back, right? So when they offered Dan Quinn a job, what happened? What happened? The guy with the skills to be a head coach, Mike McCarthy, went right to his media guy, Rich Eisen, and aired his ass out, right? So when Zimmer, who had the head coaching experience, when he was lacking what he need, he went to Ed Warren on the Doomsday podcast. He spoke up honestly, and he said, we need noses, and he worked the influence. So you right, when you get a new head coach like this, yeah, as much as, because see, the other side of him that'll say he's qualified is he'll be the guy that we would say in any corporate organization that he paid his dues. Like stuff like he started as a consultant. He worked on the defensive side. He got to know all the coaches. He got to know all the defense because of that job. Then you switched him to the offensive side. He had to prepare all the game plans. He had to study the defensive opponents. He had to prepare the scripts and shit like that for Mike McCarthy. Even if Mike McCarthy wasn't going to do it, he was directly involved, so he knows everybody intimately. So internally, corporately, we would say that fit, but the risk that you said is actually bigger, bro.
Yeah,
you know, we might get
basically what Boss is saying. Let me put my solo cam in. If you're watching, basically what my dog Boss Cowboy is saying right now is you need to click the link and jump on the channel with us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
For real, we laughing for you, boy.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You need to make your round, Shotty, and
real.
come on the channel with us and talk to new media.
They don't want you.
Yeah, because they gonna be shooting you down.
We gonna get you your running back, Shotty. Come on, we gonna get you your back. We gonna get you your running back.
They gonna shoot at you. Now you might, you know what I'm saying, we might jump in the whip with you, or we might be that 50 Cent meme when we look.
But y'all do know, we're about to get, like, things change over time. You know what I'm saying? There's a changing of the guard happening, you know, because people like D-Law are leaving and stuff like that. I know it's not definitive yet, but I don't think D-Law gonna be back. Right. And the new leadership that's coming in, obviously Micah Parsons, you got to see how he's going to carry it, because Micah been a little bit loud in the media. He's another one getting overshadowed by what's happening with the coaching. Right before the coaching thing took the forefront, Micah was literally on a little campaign saying, I'm trying to get this deal done so that we can get some players in here. So we will have a voice hopefully out there. Micah's not going to, like when he was doing the contractual stuff with Dak and CD, they just like, look, man, we're going to train off to the side. We're going to do everything off to the side and wait. Micah will turn his ring light on the next day. Hey, listen, I'm trying to get with Jerry Jones. Y'all seen Jerry? So I think I'm very interested to see how this goes, because I don't know if Micah's going to, in the middle of free agency, as players keep coming off, you know what I'm saying, and we're not getting no veterans, no nothing, I don't think Micah going to just be quiet till August. That's just me. I feel like you're going to get a little bit of, not necessarily Jerry pushback. I think he's going to be lobbying for him to go do something. Mike is the type of person that will get on his and be like, look what Washington did. They signed 15 free agents last year. Yeah. He'll say that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're not getting 15 free agents, y'all. I'm not saying that. But can we get 4? Can we get a couple?
Hey, Jay Lou said there's no way DQ did that.
Right. So they are feeling it. And I think what's really going to shake the room is when you start seeing those ex-Cowboys players sign with the Washington. Oh man,
D-Law going there next year.
It's gonna be, I really like Wanye. I really,
yeah.
It's gonna be one of those.
Torrance been looking good, man.
The Marquise Bell slides over there. You can see all those players start to slide over there a little bit, the conversation. But, I talked to Micah behind the scenes, not sharing too much. If he feels like he's going to lead differently and things are going to be different, now that could be some wee-woo that Jerry was selling him up in that suite. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
I'm behind Micah. I'll say that. I don't mind saying that. I'm behind Micah. I hope he can get it done.
Yeah, because if there's any hope,
with Mike.
is anyone to fix this for us being the punching bag?
Mac will just keep running out there with Jalen Tolbert.
Hey,
dog,
oh yeah, he's fine. I feel like
Yeah.
Jalen Tolbert's gonna take a leap, and Brooks gonna take like Dak ain't. You know what I'm saying? We'll see, man. So yeah, we appreciate everyone tuning in. We good. I know, boss, you got the final word coming up here shortly here at 8:00, man. So you make sure y'all subscribe to all the channels, man. CFO Sports, DMV Fanatic, Boss Cowboy Sports, AM Sports, and Rome CFT Cowboys Fans Talk. Subscribe to all the channels, y'all. Share the content because people in this space have your best interests at heart. We are just like y'all watching the show. We want to win. It's not about us. You know what I'm saying? It's not about our viewer. It's about the team and what's best for the team, right? And we're going to be trying to find solutions all off season, whether that's draft content and this coaching hire. Before we go, DMV, I'll put you on the spot. Who's the Dallas Cowboys head coach right now? Gotta go with it.
It's gonna be Brian Schottenheimer.
Brian Schottenheimer. Boss Cowboy, put you on the spot. Who's the coach?
First, real quick, great job moderating, man. You kept it fun, order, and fair. Appreciate you. I think it's gonna be Brian Schottenheimer or Kellen Moore.
Appreciate it. And see, a lot of people don't understand. We literally already had this show, which is on the phone.
Yeah.
We literally already had it, you know what I'm saying? So
they don't know that it was an emergency call going around.
It was.
Hey, y'all made me feel a little better, bro, because I was done. I was out. I was out the door.
I called Boss and Tuck. DMV called me. Ant was on the phone. We had a 4-way call going.
It really happened within 2 minutes too, and that's why I just put in the chat. I said, follow every one of these guys because I know they care. I swear to God, this whole show happened from everybody calling just to talk about the state of affairs, bro. Yep. And so we was like, let's just get off and go live. That's what happened, bro. Like, it's so.
Yeah, genuine. That's what I love about it. Ant, put you on the spot. Who's the coach?
Man, look. For my head coach, I want somebody with direction, cohesion, motivation, discipline, accountability, and adaptability. And guess what? All of those qualities Brian Schottenheimer embodies. Zimmer does too, but I'm questioning his commitment because he got the PYT, you know?
Yeah. Rome?
Ooh. Deion Sanders. No, I'm going down.
Hey, bro, I'm getting them glasses and the merch. And Deion
and some gold chains.
I ain't bought no Dallas merch in years. Like I buy other people's stuff, but I'm going to the pro shop.
I'm going to get old primes in blue.
All right,
I'm turning into a hat for a bandana.
Our fan base would need that electric shock, bro. That, you know what I'm saying? That would be electric shock that we need because we bleeding out. We bleeding out. You know what I'm saying? For all my Call of Duty players over there, you bleeding out.
Speak to it, Rome. Come on, Rome. We need it, Rome.
Everybody would make money with Prime.
I'm going down with the ship. I'm still y'all made me feel better.
My dog roll.
I'm not excited about it still. Because I'm always Kool-Aid man. I'm always stirring it and making it. But I'm gonna be Big Game James before you talk to Big Game in about 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But because Big Game gonna be like, nah, retread, boo.
Yeah.
Lame duck higher.
I'm not gonna do him like that.
I'm not feeling that dog. Right?
He's gonna be happy. Hey, Ohio State won last night. He might be all right.
Where everybody happy in a dog like this?
Yeah. Oh, that's my dog.
Nah, but listen, man, y'all made me feel better. I'm gonna go rewatch Tuck video, and not talk myself into it. But like I said, you can go to the car dealership looking to get a Corvette or something like that with a family, and when you leave with that SUV that got the stuff that you need, and they come in handy.
That's right.
Like it's snowing outside where I'm at right now.
The Louis bag.
That Corvette got to get parked, but that SUV is prepared. So I might not be ready or I might not be excited about it, but it's what I need. And anybody that's a parent know what that's about. So I'm going to kick and scream a little bit because I wanted Deion. and I'm gonna eat my vegetables. And in about a month or two, when I'm looking better and feeling better, I'm be like, okay, y'all was right. But right now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little mad.
Boy, you and L, boy, y'all need to have a verses on the metaphors.
Battle rap, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't messing with him.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say this, man. I'm with you, Ron, bro. I want my Corvette to hell with
I
that.
want my Corvette.
Them SUVs, the kids gonna put their feet up in the back seat, gonna be French fries. Gonna mess up.
Y'all need them Louis bags. Y'all need them Louis bags.
You gonna say the vet? I ain't mad at you, boys. The vet.
Man, give me an SUV coordinator. I want the
I need to top off. You know what I'm saying?
The vet.
Riding the tank top. You know what I'm saying? So I would go Coach Prime. If it's me personally, I would say, yo, Robert Saleh, that's my guy. Like I would lean towards Robert Saleh to go get him. I don't think that's the case because he's probably going to be. He's in high demand. The 49ers already tossed him the bag, so we don't match money like that.
Get a little shoddy and Saleh.
Now, when it comes to giving money for other organizations in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? We got the bag instantly, right? But for coaches
or inaugurations,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They tossed the money out.
$200 million for the inauguration.
I ain't gonna dance around it. Jerry donated to Trump. I don't care.
200 mil.
Yeah, to Trump.
200 mil for that, but Mike McCarthy was getting 4 mil.
or we can't get Dion out for the 8 mil.
Mike McCarthy was getting 4 mil.
Oh, I ain't got 8 for Dion.
He got 8 for a buyout. He ain't got 8 for a buyout.
Hey,
he paid Donald Trump more than he paid Mike McCarthy. Damn.
I don't think Dion. I don't think this is a Jerry decision. If Jerry had his full decision,
look at us subscribers drop it. It dropped like 5. Damn.
It was. Damn. I ain't got them in mind.
If you're watching my channel, I've been keeping it funky. I said that Jerry would hire a black coach a week ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't even dancing around it no more. But anyway,
it just is what it is, man. So I guess Robert Saleh fits that bill, so he's probably gonna be out. So
the black coach we got is Leslie Frazier.
Leslie Frazier, bro. Robert Saleh's blackish.
So we're clear. Nobody said Kellen Moore, right?
Nah, we know Kellen Moore, dog. If Kellen Moore is our head coach, y'all, for the people having film sessions, we're gonna be a college fans only. CFO Sports on my channel, bro. I ain't doing no Cowboys content, bro. I'm going straight to college. And also this about Brian Schottenheimer. He's a KU guy. So
I need a CFO gang hat and I need an amp hat. That make America's team great again. It's hard.
Yeah, I need that one too. I need one too, amp. Yeah, I got y'all, man.
Can I say one more thing before we get out of here, bro?
Let's go.
Shout out to Cover 3, bro. Dope thing that y'all guys got going on. I feel privileged that I'm one of the first guests up on this month.
Yeah, we went like
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope, bro.
You know?
Yeah, make it cover 6. I'll jump in this, make it cover 5. I don't give a damn. You know, man.
Boss say, I don't give a damn. Just put me on the boundary. That's it.
Hey.
This is dope, bro.
I need a damn hat too. Y'all know I got the hats in the back. I need the hat so I can.
You need the hat. Yeah.
For my brothers. I got to run the damn ball hat back here too.
Me too.
It's
over there somewhere.
Yeah.
But so can I just say one more thing? Because one thing burning in me, bro.
Go ahead.
I think the enemy of this is the old doctrines of running game, the hating on the running game. I think that's really what's also knocking people optimism on Shoddy.
That's the thing I love about him.
Yeah, and so it's actually a war that's still going on. It's running game versus passing game. And I just think the passing game guys got to get at their egos because it's gonna come back around to you. So right now, because we fighting over something that's common sense right now, we fighting common sense decisions. That's my last words.
I better go watch John Elway and see what a running game can do for you.
And I'll say this for those guys watching. It doesn't matter, bro. We are all sitting around our homes watching playoff football, and we see how important the run game is.
Talk to him.
If you watch Detroit, even though they lost, if you watch, you know what I'm saying, the Philadelphia Eagles, like you watch, you know what I'm saying, what Baltimore Ravens was doing or even what's going on, you watch all of these run games, there's no way you can convince me, well, we got that. We ain't got even remotely close. Like even watching Ohio,
week 11.
Even watching Ohio State last night, I was like, damn, bro, they got a better running back room than we got.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
embrace it.
We're not going to sit here and act like the running game doesn't matter. Like Ant was saying, Hey, them baggy jeans. Now I don't feel comfortable wearing baggy jeans. And I was a Jinko
But they're
guy
back.
today. I was a Jinko guy. Y'all remember them Jinko jeans? That
Yep.
was big with you know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
man.
I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I had the Woo wear jeans.
Go on, hey,
With
hey,
the airwalk.
You know what I'm
go
saying?
on. I'm about to tell on myself, whatever. Go on Fashion Nova. Go type in stack jeans. This is my jeans out there. I'm just letting you know.
See, I can't do it. I can't do it. But they are back in style, and you are a damn fool to act like the running game in the NFL is not back in style, right?
That's right.
Now when I see Kareem Hunt getting off,
Kareem Hunt.
I'm about to get
Kareem
round
Hunt,
up.
bro.
Don't get Tuck started on Kareem Hunt, dog.
Oh, I mean,
Another
because
show.
Chiefs fans just welcome Kareem Hunt back with.
Oh no, no.
Don't do it.
Oh, boy.
Don't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I just
don't
want
like these content creators.
You lover.
Oh damn, dude, you DMV no, bro.
Don't say
That's
that word. Don't y'all
No.
say that word.
no, don't say it, bro. Like for real.
You don't see it in Twitter about 10 minutes. These Zeke lovers are wanting
No, Chuck, no. Listen,
Oh,
world
I
world
was
peace.
loving the show till they
Kellen
brought
brought
up that
world
dude.
peace.
Okay,
Kellen, no Kellen
no
brought
Kellen
world
Moore.
peace.
No Kellen Moore. We'll keep world
No
peace.
Kellen.
You know what I'm saying?
World
I
peace,
can't
world
believe
peace.
Oh. Since week 11, we've had the highest efficiency running the ball.
Oh my
Yo, I
god,
hate
bro.
the word since.
He has the same EPA as Jameer Gibbs. All
I
right,
hate the
bro.
word
All
since.
right, bro. And with that note, we are out, man. We appreciate y'all. Subscribe to all the channels. Hey, let's just do this stuff again. Let's just do this stuff again, man. Maybe we come
I'm
back
with
next week, spin the block,
Say,
and do this
Hey,
again,
y'all
right?
just
And
go
add
over
more.
the Boss channel
right
right
back.
now. All of
Yeah.
y'all
like that.
go over
Yeah.
the Boss channel. He's
Yeah.
going on in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
after
yeah.
party, baby. Actually, that's the party. It's the pre-party.
At the party,
It's
at
the
the final
pre-party.
It's the
word.
pregame.
You know what I'm
Go
saying?
get in
We'll
the
go kick it at
comments
the
right
after
now.
party. You know what I'm saying?
Go get in the
Yeah, we
comments right now.
appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Everybody pull up to Boss's channel, Law, Big Game James for the final word. And we'll see y'all maybe next week. At the end of the day, Cowboys Nation, we appreciate y'all. Stay in this. We're going to fight together and figure this thing on out. Peace. This video is brought to you by BetUS Online Sportsbook and Casino. And right now, BetUS is offering exclusive deals. So go over to BetUS, use the code YouTube150, and they are offering 150% up to $2,000 bonus deposit on your first deposit and 125% on your next two. So if you want to win money this NFL season and use free money, you cannot beat free money. Go over to BetUS, use the code YouTube150, and let's get this money game.